Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and I'm here with a tag thread. This is one that I've created myself. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now, and yeah, I came up with this tag idea, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully I get some responses to this. But as you can tell from the title, this is the horror collector tag, so this centers around collecting and your collection in general. So there's 10 questions that I've come up with, and I will be leaving them all in the description box below. I'll be tagging a few people at the end of the video, however if I miss anyone out, which I will because there's just way too many to tag everyone, and you feel like doing a response to this, definitely feel free to do so. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into it. Question 1 is, how long have you been collecting horror movies? I've been collecting horror movies for close to 20 years now, so late 90s, early 2000s is when I first got into collecting. I didn't really collect VHS back in the day, they were a little bit expensive and it was just a lot easier and cheaper for me to rent. But yeah, when the DVD format took off, that's when I really started collecting. And when I joined YouTube about 7, maybe 8 years ago now, I think, it's been quite a while actually, that's when I really got a lot more serious into collecting horror movies. Question 2 is, how many horror movies do you own? I just did a rough count. I'm not expecting precise numbers here. I just did a rough count and I counted about 800 to 850. And I didn't bother including multiple editions or the big franchises, so with that being said, it might be closer to about 900, give or take. Question 3 is, favourite label to collect? Mine's definitely Arrow Video from the UK. They don't really need any introduction, I'm sure everyone is pretty familiar with them. I've actually been with them from the start. I got into collecting them back when they released the window boxes of Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead. They were one of the first sort of cult companies to release horror onto Blu-ray, which was pretty cool. And yeah, I've pretty much been with them from the start. They've always been my favourite company. Absolutely love Arrow Video. Question 4 is, do you collect any horror merchandise? If so, what? I definitely do. You can even see some within this video. I mostly collect posters, figures and masks. Question 5 is, do you own multiple editions of one movie? If so, what is the most that you own? I own a few different multiple editions for some of my favourite films, but Halloween, the original movie, definitely takes the cake. I just did a quick count and I own 33 different editions of the original Halloween, which is kind of crazy, but it is my favourite horror movie of all time. Question 6 is, what formats do you collect? I mostly collect Blu-ray, that's sort of my primary format focus. I also collect DVD because there's still quite a few movies that have yet to get Blu-ray releases. And I also collect 4K new formats, so I don't own too much, but yeah, my primary formats I collect for are Blu-ray, DVD and 4K. Question 7 is, what is one movie or piece of merchandise that you want in your collection? Mine is definitely the Michael Myers Halloween Evolution of Evil figure set. You know, the one with young Michael dressed in the clown costume and the adult Michael. It's really hard to find now. It's super expensive, but it's definitely my most wanted item that I want within my horror collection. Question 8 is, what is one item that you own within your collection that you don't really see any other person own, or at least show in videos? This was pretty easy for me. It's definitely my Charlie's Farm statue. So Slaughter Effects, the company that made Charlie's Farm, actually made this figure, and I have not seen anyone else with this figure within their collection, or at least show it in one of their videos. Really, really nice piece. I'm a big fan of this film, and yeah, the statue is pretty awesome. Question 9 is, if you could choose one movie that hasn't had a Blu-ray release for your collection, what would it be? Mine is Bad Taste. Bad Taste has been my most wanted horror film to hit Blu-ray for many, many years now. Peter Jackson has said quite a few times in the past that he plans to release it on Blu-ray along with some of the other earlier movies once he was done with the Hobbit movies. Well, that's been years ago and still nothing. I've noticed a few unofficial releases have been shown on YouTube from different countries and stuff like that. I don't think they're official releases though. I'm talking, I want like either Arrow Video, Scream Factory or Umbrella Entertainment or some major big label to put out Bad Taste. That's definitely my most wanted Blu-ray as of right now. And the last question, question 10, is how far do you see your collection growing, or are you happy with where it's at? For me personally, I'm pretty happy with where my collection's at. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I've been collecting for quite a while, and I've definitely slowed down with collecting titles, especially in the past sort of 2 to 3 years, because I pretty much own most of the stuff that I'm really interested in. For me now, it's just a matter of upgrading certain titles onto Blu-ray or 4K. That's kind of my main focus right now, and it has been for quite a while now. In terms of back catalogue titles, I pretty much own the majority of stuff that I am interested in. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at in terms of collecting and my collection as of right now. Okay, so there you go. That was the horror collector tag. 10 questions. As I said, I will be leaving the 10 questions in the description box below. So if you guys want to do a response to this, definitely feel free to do so. I'm going to tag a few people right off the bat, and then to everyone else, if you feel like doing a response, definitely do so. I'm going to tag Retro Horror, Andrew's Crypt, Sean Erschen, Horrific Nightmares JM, TheHorrorMan, The Last Shoegazer, and Lisa Loves. So you guys, if you feel like doing a response to this, that would be absolutely awesome. And again, to anyone else that I haven't mentioned, if you guys feel like doing a response, feel free to do so. Anyway guys, that has been it for this tag. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.